Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I have today comes in a vision, in a version of a vision. Okay, in this vision, I saw a woman putting away dishes, and it's like she's looking closely at them. Some of them she had them custom made, and it's kind of like she had them made for her at her old apartment, but she couldn't finish them because she had to move hastily. Then I heard God speak and say, "Follow your dreams. Don't let anyone stop you." So the scripture comes from Mark 1 and 29. Immediately upon leaving the synagogue, he entered the house of Simon and Andrew with James and John. Simon's mother-in-law lay ill with a fever, and the first thing they did was to tell him about her. He went over to her and grasped her hand and helped her up, and the fever left her. She immediately began to wait on them. So I remember watching this scene in the TV show The Chosen when Jesus went to her and touched her hand, and she got up and she was like, "I gotta clean up, I gotta cook, I gotta do this, I gotta do that." And they were like, "What?" Anywho, so for whoever this is for, it's ironic that this is the scripture too, because in the dream, wash the dishes. Okay, but anywho, for whoever this is for, God is saying that, you know what I'm saying? Don't allow nobody or nothing, no circumstance, no position. Don't allow nothing to stand in the way of you accomplishing your dreams, of you following your dreams, of you doing whatever it is God has ordained you to do, God has called you to do. Don't let nobody stop you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like regardless of what it is, we always gonna have some kind of, there always gonna be some kind of problem. It's always gonna be some kind of hate. There's always gonna be somebody trying to say you copying them. It's always gonna be somebody trying to, you know what I'm saying? Even like, even after you've been doing it for years, and they you copying me, like you may not even know who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you? Okay. What are you talking about? It's always gonna be somebody that feel like you need to quit, and you need to stop, and you should sit down somewhere, and you should do this, and you should do that. You should, baby, God say, if you do decide to sit down somewhere, you ensure that while you are sitting down, you still doing what he told you to, that part. God say he wants you to do whatever it is that he has put it upon your heart to do. And it's not a situation where you're doing it for other people. You know what I'm saying? It's for the glory of God. It's for God's glory. And also just, why not do something, for yourself? I just feel like so many times we are always focused on what other people are going to think about what we doing, and how other people are going to feel about what we doing, and how this person and this person's reaction, that person's reaction. If they don't think this, they don't think, baby, me personally, I don't care what nobody think. I don't care how they feel. They can think what they want to. They can feel what they want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I don't want to say, have I always been that way? But, I'm not the kind of person that, somebody is going to tell me what they think I should and should not do. And I'm just going to be like, okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, no. No, I'm going to do, okay, thank you for your advice. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make my own decisions and make my own choices. And, in reality, this is your life. Okay? Ain't nobody else going to live your life for you. When it comes down to it, and you know what I'm saying, get to a point in your life where you are thinking about the choices you made, the decisions you made, the things that you've done, the dreams that you did and did not follow, the things you decided not to do. Like, I just feel like there is nothing that I just feel like what would scare me, what would terrify me is me allowing somebody else to convince me to stop doing something that I should be doing. And I've been in once in that position where I was in a relationship where a man convinced me that I should stop doing what I felt was my destiny, what I felt like it was my calling. And I just feel like I would never do that again. That's like, you know what I'm saying? I draw the line there. And I understand that sometimes when you being in a relationship is difficult enough, for women. And when you are in a certain position and you have certain things and you do certain things, you got certain things going on, there are some men, not all, that will be intimidated and they'll feel some kind of way. And they'll, you know what I'm saying? They want you to chop yourself down. They want you to sit down somewhere. They want you to get below them. They want you to get beneath them. And in reality, I just feel like that's not fair to you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who this is for. I just feel like this is a message that you need to hear. This is something that you need to hear. This is something that you need to understand. You know what I'm saying? Because when it all comes down to it, just like in this vision, if you and that person, y'all break up, y'all no longer together, and all you gonna have is memories of them and memories of yourself and the memories of your choices, and you gonna have to think back on a time when you allowed this person to not allow you to complete something that you wanted to complete because it made them feel some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That's a them problem. What you doing with your life while you minding your business shouldn't even have no effect on them. They shouldn't even be worried about it, to be real. You know what I'm saying? I regardless of who it is, friends too. You know what I'm saying? What you doing, what you choose to do with your life, and that don't even affect them. It don't have nothing to do with them. It don't they shouldn't even be worried about it. Why are they worried about what you doing? Why they worried about what you got going on? Why they concerned? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real. God said, why in the world would you let such and such think this and such they think that, and they talking about this and they talking about that? I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they feel. Baby, you know what I'm saying? They can try to check me all they want to. I'm not gonna keep quiet for nobody. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I never been one to not defend myself. I never been one to act like to not know how to open my mouth. I'm going to speak my truth and I'm going to say what I have to say. And when it come down to it, when you have a dream, chase it. There, I said it. When you have a dream, chase it. When you feel as though God is pushing you to do something and you feel like it's for you and you feel like you just got to do it and you feel like you just got to try. And let me tell you something. Don't live your life for nobody else, because in the end, you're going to be filled with regret. Go after your dreams. Chase them. Chase them down. Don't allow them to spin around in your head because, oh no, this person, they gonna think this about me and they gonna think I'm doing that, and this person gonna think this and this person gonna think that. Baby, you may even be in a position to where, whatever it is that you do, guess what? You gonna have some competitors. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter if you decide you want to be a doctor. You can decide you want to be a beautician. You can decide you want to be a creator. And it don't matter what you're doing. You're going to have somebody that already do that. There's nothing new under the sun. And some of them will fix their mouth and try to say that you copying them. Some of them will fix their mouth and try to say it's not meant for you. They will fix their mouth and try to say you need to quit. You need to stop. You doing this, you doing that, you doing that wrong, you doing that wrong. Guess what? It don't matter what you are doing in life, at some point you had to learn it. At some point, you had to learn how. At some point, you were new. At some point, you were bad at it. At some point, you wasn't doing as wonderful as such and such. At some point, you ain't have as many customers. At some point, you ain't have as many people. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this is it's nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow nobody to try to make you feel like you shouldn't be doing what you doing just because of whatever it is that they feeling. In reality, if they so awesome and they so good at it and they so high and mighty and they doing so much better, you know what I'm saying? And they looking down upon you so much. Why are they worried about you? Why are they even concerned? Why are they looking down at you? Why are they worried about what you're doing down there? You know what I'm saying? What sense does that make? What sense does that make? What person that sees themselves as they at the top of the pyramid, okay? They like, this is like a CEO of a company that spends most of his time on vacation looking down at somebody that's a sales associate saying, oh no, I think they gonna come and they gonna take my position. You know what I'm saying? If you really was not intended to do what you're doing, if you really was not good at what you're doing, if it wasn't meant for you, they wouldn't even be concerned about you. That part. If it was impossible for them to take your position, if it was impossible for you to take their position, if it was impossible for you to get up to where they at, they wouldn't be trying to stop you. And I'm going to have to correct myself on that because can't nobody take nobody position. But, you know, there are people that try to, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to, not even just that, any career. Because I've seen nursing assistants try to get other nursing assistants fired. I've experienced nurses try to get people fired. I've experienced, like, it don't matter what you, sales associates try to get people fired. It don't even have to be a situation where they up next for the position. It don't have to be nothing like that. But I just feel like for whoever this is for, in reality, this is somebody they trying to make you feel like you need to stop and you need to quit and they don't like this and they don't like that and they thinking to themselves this and they thinking. God said, don't you let nobody put you in a position to where you're not going to follow your dreams. Don't worry about what they doing. Let them do what they do. They can do whatever it is they feel like they want to do. They can say whatever it is they feel like they want to say. But in reality, this is not for them. It's not a situation. This is not a situation where, like, I just feel like this is somebody, it's not for them. You know what I'm saying? See, it'll be different if your whole purpose of pursuing that was because you trying to show them what you can do. And you trying to show them that you can do it too. Or you trying to show them this, you trying to show them that. Now, in that situation, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to make them proud? Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is that they think that is going on in their mind. Now, then there's a situation where if somebody, you know, tells you how they feel and they have a negative opinion of it, then you may take it into consideration. But when it's a situation and you doing something because that's what you want to do, you doing it because that's what God asked you to do, God ordered you to do, their opinion doesn't matter. Who cares? We're not concerned with what they like. We're not worried about what they like. We're not worried about that. Okay. There's no need for it to, you know what I'm saying? You can't compete where you don't compare. There's no need to compare what, you know what I'm saying, yourself to what they got going on, because they may be doing it for a whole different reason than the reason you're doing it. If you're doing it for God, you are pursuing what God asked you to pursue. You are pursuing what God told you to pursue. You're pursuing something because that's what your desire is. Then, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. They may just be pursuing it for money. They may just be pursuing it for clout. They may just be pursuing it because that's what they, you know what I'm saying? That's their business. That's their business. But, you know, in reality, I just truly feel like, you know what I'm saying, there's somebody that, they need to, you know what I'm saying? They need to stop it. But in reality, you know, I just feel like at the same time, you need to not. Okay, they need to stop it, as far as they need to stop trying to make you feel as though you shouldn't pursue or you shouldn't accomplish or you shouldn't do whatever it is. And you need to ignore them. They're going to say what they're going to say and they're going to feel how they're going to feel. And who cares? That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuces.